Hi everyone, I'm Zach with the Money Channel, and I think it's best that we dive into it. As an overview, this Amazon seller decided to go on Reddit and explain their teachings from selling over $35 million on Amazon, saying that they're in the top 0.01% of Amazon sellers out of 2.5 million sellers. Ask me anything. I started my company at 16 with birthday money 8 years ago. I did not go to college and learned everything from experience, good mentors and Google. Started selling and buying on eBay, at yard sales and liquidation. What I do now, we work with brands to take the Amazon headache away from them. One is control. There is so much out of control with Amazon. Unauthorized sellers, random pricing, images and listing content not being updated when you ask them, you get the point. And then growth. After we have things under control, now we have to focus on brand growth. Update content, make sure Prime shipping is turned on, list full catalog, focus on smart advertising, etc. We purchase the product up front from the brand and then we take care from it from there. We do the marketing, the advertising management, the SEO, logistics and Prime shipping for free. We make money every time an item sells with a small margin. Ask me anything about Amazon or e-commerce. So it sounds like this person has basically taken the absolute opportunity of online and got into it. So let's jump into it. What's your gross profit? EBITDA. How do you discount depreciating inventory for future cash flows? Gross profit is around 14%, EBITDA ranges. We were 3% last year as we are investing back in the business as much as we can, trying to level out to 10% in 2 years. How do you discount depreciating inventory? Depends on the inventory, coupons, discounts, etc. I'm 5 months in on a kids board game. I own the IP and have a brand store and selling in the US. My ads were performing well for a new brand. At the beginning of the month, I took some well-performing keywords and launched manual campaigns. Now none of them seem to spend. They were spending, now not. Wondering if this has to do with spring break and people traveling. Any thoughts on how to get them to spend again? Also, can you provide more detail on how to generate and drive off Amazon? Do you have any insight on kids' toys game space? Thanks. When you click inside the campaign, does it say inactive on the ASIN? Could be the loss of buy box or being shadow banned. Your bids could be low too. I would hire influencers to play your game and put it on their social channels. Look up the guy who is behind the Wingspan. The guy did a great job of creating a following and marketing his products. I would look at everything he does and copy and paste it. Thanks, I do have the buy box and keeping up my bids, but my thought is to keep inching them up. Looking into Wingspan now. It's really weird why you wouldn't be getting bids. Is your return on investment pretty low? My ACOS isn't great, but I was getting great organic in addition to ads. I started the month off averaging about 11 orders per day, spending about $60 to $70 on ads a day. Definitely room to improve, but was happy considering I'm relatively new and it's a competitive space. I was only running automatic substitute and close ads with an ACOS of 55%, but again, organic was driving better tacos. Things took a turn when I took best performing keywords from the autos and ran manual, broad and phrase. Tried exact, but that was busting my budget without converting, so I scaled back. The keywords I added to manual, I added to negative exact on the automatics. My ACOS is much better with the manual, but it's only spending a fraction of my daily budget, $30 each manual. Yesterday, one of them only spent $2.19. In addition, my automatics are not spending either. I have been upping my bids since to see if it helps. The results have been either it blows out my budget before 10 AM, or there is no change and still not getting spent. I'm thinking about starting a new auto subs campaign from scratch to see if I can recapture some of the juice. Try to reactivate those old auto campaigns, that might be better than starting a new one. Amazon AI looks at how you performed in a campaign in the past. Honestly, I hate Amazon PPC, stick to off-channel ads. This one is interesting. I've been kind of interested in hiring an influencer to bump our product. Absolutely, you should. Is there a way that you might suggest finding the right influencer? We get hit up every once in a while, but the office never seemed to have the backing needed. For instance, one account recently that I had 100,000 followers offered to post our product. The issue I had with it was the account was mostly memes and had less than stellar response for a few of the products they listed. Just unsure of how to find the best fit for us promotion-wise. I hire a good agency, but I would just look for people in your niche with hashtags. We have done that before and had great success. Does the product ship from Amazon warehouse? If so, how do you make sure it's not mixed in with competitors or other products that try to mimic yours? I'm not an entrepreneur, but from a consumer standpoint, I often wonder if the items I'm getting are knockoffs. Yes, from Amazon Warehouse, we label our products with our SKU barcode. Amazon does a good job. How much money you got on your 16th birthday? $500 to $1,000, I don't remember. I work for an Amazon seller doing nearly $100 million annually. How do you forecast sales over a long tail of tens of thousands of SKUs? Jungle Scout is only so helpful when it comes to getting comps, and it's a crap show trying to use the conversion funnel metrics. Do you ever go to Prosper? We're going to do an event like that in Chicago in early August. We created our own forecasting tool, but SoStocked is pretty good, and I'm also looking at PackView Commerce. Interesting, we tried SoStocked and ran it against our own forecasting spreadsheets, and it was pretty poor. We spent more time tweaking it to try to give the correct answer than we would have just using the spreadsheet. After 6 months of tweaking and probably hundreds of hours trying to get it to work, it's still output garbage most of the time. Maybe it has improved. This is good feedback, I haven't used them, but I thought the demo was decent. At your level, you probably need to have custom. What is your percentage of purchases to reviews ratio? Last time I sold on Amazon, it was roughly 3 to 5% of purchases left a review. It seems like less than 2% now. How many employees do you have? Do you operate your own warehouse? Use 3PL? I have 32 employees and I do own my own warehouse. Glad to see you doing this. I am also a seller that originated 10 years ago, taking a company to 15 mil, then selling it 4 times, took another to 5 mil and sold it 3 times. It was easy in the beginning at 40 to 50% margins, but now I see good days at 20%. Do you feel the odds are against us, as foreign manufacturers are now learning towards the trades and tricks rather than hacks, as well as Amazon nickel and diming that lets you keep producing new products? It's a losing battle. Wow, congrats, I would love to learn from you. I do feel like it's not the good old days for reasons you described, but a good brand always wins. I have a children's book that I wrote and illustrated and is currently buried in the sea of Amazon. How can I make it come to the surface? I currently have over 70 children's books published in the Korean educational system, and some even have been made into TV shows and cartoons, yet this powerful book that teaches children the power of their thoughts, words and actions is currently buried. Any thoughts? Thanks. Welcome to Amazon. You need conversion, you need people to buy, pretend you are a random mom. Would you buy your item? You need top-notch reviews and listings. Traffic. Most people go to your listing through the Amazon search bar. To come up first for a term, you need to A, pay for it with ads, B, convert very well for that term. Next steps, I would get as many reviews as possible for your readers, update the listings with better content, spend money on ads to show Amazon this book converts. Great advice for a new seller with limited products or even one single product. How much do you advise to spend monthly on Amazon ads or sponsorship? Also, with eventual increase of sales, how do you vary this amount? Do you consider a percentage of wanted sales or something else? A lot of people budget spending whatever their profit is for the first couple of months. What is strategy and steps to advertise off Amazon and get them to opt in for a coupon or incentive and then send to your product listing for the sale? Isn't that better long term than advertising on Amazon? You get to build the customer database. The best way to do this is to hire an affiliate influencer and give them a generated coupon code in your Amazon Seller Central. This is better than Amazon PPC. Also use the brand referral. Bonus links will give you 10% back in your pocket. You're on the right track. A good idea to target influencers with groups, but I do want to build my own list as well. Thanks. Yes, build your own list with a lead magnet. Do you encourage brands to build sales off Amazon as well? How large are most companies that start with your services? Do you think you would improve a company also selling 2 million of your product a year on Amazon? Yes, we would absolutely encourage brands to build off of Amazon. We don't know where Amazon's going to be in 20 years, but if you build your own customer base, that will be with you for 20 years if you keep providing value. Our average brand is doing 2 million on Amazon already. We actually won't work with a brand unless they're doing at least $500,000 on the platform. Hi, I have a line of affirmation-filled goods, guided journals, affirmation cards, manifestation planners, but the overhead Amazon charges always has made me super cautious to start there. What margin would make sense for me to try to do Amazon, and how much should I invest in Amazon ads? Being that you own the brand, I would make sure your cost is 25 to 30% off retail price on Amazon. Seems like people are investing about 10 to 20% of gross revenue in PPC ads with new brands. I manage the online presence of a construction equipment distributor, buys straight from distributors and have a few warehouses and brick and mortar showrooms. We've picked up a lot of online sales since I've come on. Leadership thinks positioning ourselves on Amazon will be easy. I have never touched the space. What would be the best route to start? Well, one thing, it's not easy, but if you already have the infrastructure and the product selection, I'd say it's not bad. I would look up the UPC of some good selling products that you have in stock and start by jumping on those listings on Amazon. I've recently started producing producing my own products and I need to get my product marketed and raise awareness. How did you go about marketing when you first started in order to gain traction? Hire influencers or become an influencer yourself by providing value to others and then tell them about your product. Amazon search has become a total joke littered with ads. Unless you know exactly what you're looking for, the site is useless, and if you know what you're looking for, you can generally buy direct from the brand website, which gives more money to the brand and less to Amazon, which we all know is a horrible company. They have been laying off people like mad, causing even more issues. What is your plan moving forward? My plan is to focus my efforts with working with established brands that have a reason to be purchased from. You are exactly right with everything you said. I've been working on an idea to create a platform that would allow you to offer a single point of sales to many vendors, essentially replacing Amazon but without all the fees they charge. No warehouses or any of that nonsense. Logistics is the biggest hurdle, of course. The idea is to push local sales when possible. Warehouse sharing would be incentivized and part of the platform, allowing for a more streamlined approach. That is a great idea, hard to execute, others have tried.